Hello, hi, it's me, Kumi, from the future. Not really the future, but this video was filmed in like 2018 when I had braces, and I had a lot of helpful tips in there about expanders, wires, bands, all that stuff, but I didn't know how to edit, and so now that I know how to edit, I've edited this video to upload, but it's a younger me, there are some cringy moments. I tried to make fun of it, but yeah, I think it's helpful information, so I'm still posting it. But if you're just wondering, this is me now, a lot different, but it's still helpful. It's not like too kiddish, you know. It's still important. So enjoy the video.
Hello, my name is Kimmy and today I am doing my first video on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing a video about braces because I've had braces for almost 2 years now and I really wanted to put something out there that would help people who were getting braces. When I first got my braces, there was nothing on YouTube. There was a few videos, but they really weren't helpful and they were kind of long. So I needed to find videos that had information. They had information, but not as much as I needed. I needed to find things about what I should do, how to wear my bands. I didn't even know I was going to get bands. Things about an expander. I had an expander. I didn't know I was getting one. I needed to know how to use it, how to avoid pain if it really hurt or if it just hurt a little. Like, there were so many questions I had and I didn't really get them answered. So today I'm going to try to answer your questions, and if you have any questions in the comments below, you can ask me questions. If I left anything out, please tell me. I'd like to know. And I'll try to answer all your questions or comments. Tell me what tips you have for braces. When I first found a little bit more about braces and one of the American Girl books about growing up and stuff, they said they give you a special brush for braces. They don't. At least not at my orthodontist. But it's fine because you don't really need a special brush. It's fine. It's really fine. So I'm just going to be sharing with you things that I did and things that I used that helped me through my braces journey and to where I am today. Just anything that you need that would help, I have it. Or at least I think I do. So let's hop into it. What they don't tell you is glue. I think the glue they use for your teeth is the worst part about braces because the glue is it was cherry flavored, but in reality, it tasted like bitter and sour at the same time. And I know you're not supposed to taste it, but sometimes your tongue just hits the wrong spot.
That's what she said.
Anyway, but you just try to avoid the glue and not taste it and wait till they tell you to rinse before swallowing. They have this little thing. If you've been to the dentist, which I'm sure many of you have, they have that little tube that sucks the liquid from your mouth or blows air and stuff. They have that at the orthodontist. They also have this light that they're going to press on each one of your brackets to ensure that it's glued in. And that hurts a little bit because once you get braces, you have metal in your teeth. Your teeth are going to be sensitive. And that light, it kind of hurts. I already have sensitive teeth, so that really, it was just a really weird feeling. And my orthodontist said, if it hurts, just tell me, I can stop and we can take a break and then we'll move on. So the whole getting braces it was about an hour appointment of putting brackets on, some of them falling off, putting them back on, gluing, putting the light on it, all that stuff. We even had this drill type thing. I don't know what it is, but scrape stuff. I don't know. But that's what you have to deal with getting braces. That's going to be the longest appointment that you have, and then getting them off is also going to be a long appointment. I obviously haven't gotten mine off yet, but I'm getting mine off by the end of summer. Really excited, but I'm also nervous because I've had braces for so long that I don't know if I'm going to be ready to not have braces anymore. It's just going to be weird. First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the wires. When you first get your braces, you will have very thin wires, very flimsy wires as they call them. They are thin and they're just going to go into your brackets. You're going to think that it hurts because it's the first time ever having something like this in your teeth, but in reality, it's not going to hurt as much as thick wires. When I got my very first pair of thick wires, I thought it was the end of the world. I was like, braces are nothing. These thick wires are the worst. They really are. You get used to them. It was just the difference of having thick wires going on and then having thin wires in the beginning. But your thin wires are going to be a little flimsy, as they say, and they're going to, sometimes the brackets will pop off because they need more support. I had one bracket in the back of my mouth that kept on popping off. They had to like re-glue it so many times. The wires I have now actually aren't circular. They're like a square. Even getting your little bands on your teeth, these, when I first got them, they were crisscrossed. It was just totally weird and like new to me, getting braces and finding these things out. That's what you need to know about the wires. I also got an expander. I will insert a picture. It's basically like a spider thing on the roof of your mouth. It widens your teeth, your jaw. I had a small jaw, so they needed to widen it. So when I got braces, they would have room and stuff for the brackets, and I just needed to have a wider jaw so that my teeth could overlap. My teeth did not overlap my bottom teeth. I also had a crossbite. I will also insert a picture. And, yeah, I had a lot going on. I had this little, it has holes in the expander, and it has this little poke thing that my mom had, and she would go in my teeth. I can't do it myself, so I needed someone else to do it, mom, sister, whatever, but my mom did it. And you just stick it in there, and it dials back, and it's a little pressure on the top of your mouth. Sometimes it really hurts, sometimes it doesn't. It's just a little pressure. She said it only lasts maximum 2 minutes. It really only lasts like a few seconds or maybe a minute, and it shouldn't last more than 2 minutes. And it just, you feel like a little pressure in between your jaw, like up in the roof of your mouth, and it's slowly, every time you twist it, slowly pulling apart your teeth. I know that sounds so painful, but it's not. It's really not painful at all, and it's just pressure that moves your teeth, and then you have a gap, and you'll have the jaw that makes your teeth align. I was amazed about, like, just after a week of even having my expander, my teeth were just overlapped. I think the first, like, maybe week of having braces every month, you see drastic change, and then the rest of the month it kind of just slows down. But it's amazing how fast it works. So they needed to widen my jaw. I got a gap in my teeth. Insert picture. I asked my friend at Chorus, who had an expander, like, is there any side effects or anything? And she's like, we'll have a huge gap. And I'm like, no, I didn't like the gap. But you know what? It's okay. Just embrace the gap. It's fine. You are not going to die. Lots of people like gaps. I think just once the gap went away, once you get your braces, the gap will go away, and it's totally fine. Also, to make braces a little funner, get colors. Don't hesitate. Get colors. Get colors to match your school colors, or get colors to match the season. I have, like, 4th of July colors I'm going to get. Right now, I have silver, teal, and gold, I think.
See? That's the right colors.
What? Child. Anyway, so.
Get colors. Be fun with it. Also, when it comes to bands, which I'm going to talk about bands, they give you thin bands in the beginning. These are heavy. You don't really understand all the language on here. I don't. These ones are called Elliott's, and they're thin. And I get the colors because I like colors. It's fun. It makes your braces experience a little more enjoyable. And so the thin ones aren't that bad. It's when you get the frets, which are these thick bands. These are called extra heavy. That's when it gets bad. I have threads on right now, and I have them in square formation, as you saw, like over here. When I had my expander, they had a band like down from my expander to the bottom to the top. It was so confusing, but I learned how to do it. It was fine. I took a picture of it so I would know how to do it, and that was the first time I'd ever gotten bands. I had this confusing pattern, but it was with the Elliot, so it was fine. Yeah, bands, they really aren't that bad. I hated them in the beginning, but now that I've had them for a while, they really aren't that bad. You have to wear them for 22 hours. Make sure you change them because they will break. They're supposed to align your teeth, but I have to admit that sometimes you forget wearing your bands, and then you have to wear your braces longer. I should probably have my braces off by now, but I don't, because sometimes I forget to wear bands, or sometimes the bands move slower than they're supposed to be moving. So that's what you have to deal with. You're going to have an estimate, but it's going to take longer sometimes, or sometimes it'll be shorter. I had a friend who goes to the same orthodontist as me. She got hers off way before she was supposed to get them off. And I was like, ooh, maybe that's going to be me. It's not. I'm late. And with the brackets, you're going to have the same brackets the whole time, but sometimes they will fall off. Just call your orthodontist, tell them that they fell off, and they'll put them back on. And they'll have the same brackets. The only thing that changes is the wires and the bands. I also have this weird twisty thing under the top of my teeth that goes like in a diagonal, and yeah, like that. And I think that's to just merge my front 4 teeth together. I've had that for a little bit, so that's cool. I mean, I don't really know what all the formations and things do, but I really find it cool. All the different things they can do, the tiny different things that just move your teeth. It's really fascinating. First of all, let me talk about eating with braces. Eating. It's all about food, isn't it? Eating with braces, you will get food stuck in your teeth. That's just something you have to expect. So one of the 2 things I use to get food out of my teeth when I'm eating with braces, I use this. This is called Dentic. It's a thin, like, little tube, and you just go in between your teeth, go in between your teeth with that, and you can just get the food out. And then this is a thicker one I have. This is by the brand G-U-M or Gum, and this one's thicker. You can use that for your back teeth, or you get the point. Just like that, and getting in between your teeth. I tend to use the thinner one. This is one of the thickest, actually. So I use a thin one. The thicker one I just got from the orthodontist once they gave me the wrong size, and I had to leave, so I didn't really complain and ask for a different one. I didn't even notice. So just get whatever, deal with it, you know. Eating with your expander, they gave me this tool. It's called, I can't pronounce it, it's like Lillipilati thing right there, and it pops out like this, and it just goes underneath your expander to get the food out. You can't really use your tongue for the expander because you will cut your tongue. So they gave me one of these when I first got it, and it helps get the food out of your teeth. Eating with bands. They tell you to take off your bands before you eat. I used to when I first got them. I stopped because I found that I could eat with my bands. But one of the slapbacks of that is that you, if your bands break while you're eating, then you have to like pull them out, and it's kind of embarrassing, and just excuse yourself, go to the bathroom. If you're with your family and they're chill with it, just pull it out, it's fine. But just excuse yourself and go to the bathroom, or just take them off before you eat and throw them away. You can just dispose of your bands. I wouldn't flush them down the toilet. I don't know why anybody would do that, but just don't. Just take them off, throw them away, it's fine. Do not litter, okay? Don't be throwing them around school. It's gross. Not that I've done it. No.
Okay.
But yeah, eating with bands, you can, as long as your bands aren't right in front of your teeth, I find that you can eat with them. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, then don't. Your bands are going to be in totally different formations each month. So sometimes if they're triangle, Illuminati, sorry. I'm not part of the Illuminati. I don't even know if that thing exists. But anyway, if your bands are in a triangle, take them off because it's hard to bite like that. Mine are in a square right now, so I can bite or do whatever. But yeah, you can take them off if you feel comfortable. If you don't, then don't. The food list. I got this from my orthodontist when I first got my braces. I got it twice, actually. I don't know why. They gave me a new bag of goodies. So it says no chewing gum, Starburst, Skittles, taffy, fruit roll-ups, gummy bears, caramel, granola bars. I've eaten everything except chewing gum. My friend is a gumaholic, my really good friend. He loves gum so much, and he always has gum. And he'd like tease me. He'd be like, "Oh, you want some gum?" I'm like, "No, I can't. I have braces." Yeah, so it's really sad. I love gum. I hadn't had a gum about a month before my orthodontist appointment when I first got them. So I haven't had gum in over 2 years. My orthodontist now told me that with thicker wires you can have gum, but I just decided to wait it out because I've waited 2 years and I'm going to get them off by the end of summer, hopefully. So I'll just wait. I don't really mind, so I do, but I don't at the same time. So I'll just wait, and I'll get them off when I get them off, and I'll chew gum like the day I get them off. They also pop popcorn for you when you get your braces off at my orthodontist. I'm like, oh, that's so nice, but I've been eating gum since the first month gum. I've been eating popcorn since the first month I got braces. But I'll take it anyway, because who can say no to free food? It says no hard crunchy stuff like hard pretzels, Doritos, nuts, toasted bagels, hard cookies, peanut M&Ms, hard rolls, and raw carrots. The only thing I haven't had is raw carrots because I'm allergic. I've had all these things. Stay away from like the hard pretzels. They said the thick hard pretzels, not the thin hard pretzels. You can have this. But stay away from them when you first get your braces because thin wires can pop off so easily. So now that I have thicker wires, I have eaten all those things. Sorry. It says don't bite into things like apples or corn on the cob. Cut apples. You'll get chunks of apple stuck in your front. Don't. Just don't. Corn, bite into corn. It's fine. It really doesn't matter. I remember we went to a cookout, and my orthodontist told me to cut ribs off the bone and to cut corn off the cob, and it took me forever, and I just wasn't enjoying myself. So it's not that bad. You can get it out of your teeth with one of these. So definitely don't worry. Things that are okay to snack on: soft cookies, donuts, brownies, string cheese, peanut butter cups, peppermint patties, pudding, ice cream. It says don't forget to eat your fruits and soft vegetables too. It doesn't really matter. Just eat everything. Don't eat gums if you just have your braces. You can have sugar-free gum if you have, when he says or she says I'm putting on thicker wires, then you can go ahead and have sugar-free gum, not the sugar gum. And don't bite into apples. I haven't had carrots yet, but apples are more stringy than carrots. I don't think carrots would get stuck in between your braces, and so go ahead and have that. I don't think it's that bad, but I'm allergic, so I can't have it. Hey, so I just wanted to do a quick outro to this video because it was getting way too long, and I told you in the beginning I did not want to make it boring, so I just wanted to do a quick outro. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Thanks so much for watching, and please stay tuned for part 2 because I'm going to show you how to brush your teeth and talk about flossing.